See, is that right? Yeah, that's right. That's right there. Okay, now this is the second sanding on the letters. And I took pictures of this, and I hope my finger's in the right direction there. I have to pretend I'm behind the viewfinder, which I am totally in front of the viewfinder, and hope that I'm narrating correctly. What I did, I added some new gold paint right here to some of the finer edges of the plastic. And we have to remember that the plastic is molded differently than metal. Metal is molded through computer die presses, and plastic just comes out the way it comes out. So it's got high and low spots. But we're going to take our 1000 grit and slowly, you don't want to catch any edges or anything like that, okay? And you can't go in circles. We have to remember that we're taking off the material, the gold material, off the edge of the flat surface. But on the flat surface, we're also taking off an equal amount of clear. And the gold actually is just more material on top of that clear. So we have to stand twice as hard in that one area to get the gold off. And I took pictures with my camera of the edges here, 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 and here. And you think, well, it's just going to look fine. Not necessarily, because you may have a 5 foot tall gentleman looking at it from this angle on the bike, an 8 foot tall gentleman over the bike looking down on it, and all of this has to look pretty uniform. If it isn't, it looks sloppy and Mickey Mouse. And that's one thing I don't want this bike to do, is look sloppy, because I have time to do it. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to teach you people out there how to do it right if you want to learn. I mean, you know, you young guys. And like I said, I'm a painter. I have 30 years experience. Now, what I've learned in 30 years is one very hard truth. And that is, when I was 18, I knew everything. And now that I'm 50, I don't know jack shit. So, there's plenty of other very good painters out there on the web that you can go and watch. And I'll guarantee you that a lot of these painters, there are many, many excellent, excellent painters, but very, very few teachers. They just don't know how to do it. They don't know how to make the students see how to do it. And that's where I take my joy, is taking a person that doesn't know anything and transferring my knowledge to them by hands-on experience. And I really enjoyed helping my Swedish bikini team girls with a lot of hands-on experience set up that computer of mine. I think I had more fun than they did. And I hope that the Swedish bikini team is in the Super Bowl. And we really have to think, okay? Because you can sit here and sand on one little gold spot and think, God, I'm going to get that down. And then all of a sudden you realize you've gone through the clear right here and totally fucked up the surface. Which is not good. And when you do wet sanding, one little piece of advice is that turn on some music, have a couple of beers. Usually when you drink a little bit, as most of the old painters would tell you, it releases their artistic side of their brain. I mean, up to a point, you know, and then of course after you drink about 47 Mickey's Big Mouths or bold bull, not your regular bull, but your bold bull. It's got like about 2,000% alcohol in it. You drink 1.5 of them, you don't remember what planet you're on. But if you just drink a couple of them, or whatever, you know, floats your boat. Maybe you like to do the herbal mental California-like deal. What they do in California, which I don't do myself. I mean, where they you go to a store with a doctor's prescription and you can get all kinds of greenery and things like that. Now, you can take a look at this and see if you see a difference. You can see if you can start to see it coming together. My problem is I'm a perfectionist and I want it perfect. And my problem is I will spend 100 hours trying to get this perfect if in the old days. In the old days I'd spend 200 hours on a door panel. Because I wanted the car to reflect me. I want it on the street. In the street, I wanted people to say, "Hey, look at the work that guy's done." You know, he must be a good guy. It usually didn't work out that way. And as soon as I get the Honda where I want it, the Honda, this is called base relief. As soon as I get the base relief where I want it, then I will go outside and I will clear over this whole thing about another 4, 5, 6 times. Let's see, that's almost done right there. I think that's almost done. Let's see, I'm gonna grab that camera. You can do this on any. God, that isn't looking too bad at all. Let's see if I can